Hello world, welcome to Let's Design, because ideas are cheap and I don't have much money. I often will wake up in the morning or in the middle of the night and have a weird game idea that I just have to write down. So this show is going to be me explaining to you a couple of those ideas. Some of them I've thought about a little bit, some of them I've not revisited since I've written them down. So I'm just going to go through the list and chat about them a bit. First idea. Falling down an elevator shaft in ultra slow motion. You have to figure out what to hold on to slow you down or make yourself land safely. So this is a first person game. You're kind of falling down an elevator shaft. There was a box of stuff and like it's just all free falling with you. And I'd love to call it Falling Down an Elevator Shaft Simulator 2014. This was before simulator games were like the big joke. I really want to have sort of like ridiculous things though for this game. I wouldn't want it to be too serious. You know, like there's obviously the like rope, harpoon gun, grapple hook. Combine them all in a certain way and then you can like grapple your way to safety, right? But then also want like you find jet fuel in this random box of stuff and a flamethrower and then you can like jet rocket your way to safety. Or another one that I'd love to do is you find a candle and like a little book of Zen and you find enlightenment before you plummet to your death. One thing that I thought might be very difficult with this sort of game is finding a set of objects such that they all interact with each other really cool, like really nicely. Right now that's kind of like rope, maybe the lighter are the only things that can be used for multiple endings. It would be nice if you can come up with like a nice set of things and, you know, find different ways of combining them all. It would be very, very light on mechanics. It would literally just be thing, combine, and then boom. Very sort of heavy on the content, because you'd need to like have 3D models of everything and then possibly have models of them combining, though you could get away with having like a little cloud as they combine and then you showing the thing. Idea number next. Fractal landscape generator. Canyon-esque Fresnel shaded. Sorry. When I say Fresnel shaded, I'm talking about rim shaders, which here's an example of. It's like a really pretty way of lighting your scene. Build bridges procedurally. You hit space to the beat to demolish them. I would also like to mention that this says dream game idea in the title, and I think I'd just woken up and I have absolutely not a clue what I'm talking about. I think it just was going to be like a sandbox game where I build bridges and hit spacebar to the beat. The bridges just fall down in a fantastic collapse. So yeah, that's that one. Next idea. Walk around in mechs. Able to pick up arms and parts dynamically, add them to you. Some can be single use, limited use, e.g. rocket arms that'll detach and fire. Okay, so I know where this idea came from. There was a game called Metal Fatigue way back in the day. There was a real-time strategy game. And it was, the really cool part is that you didn't just build units. You would build 2 arms, a torso, and legs. And depending on which types of arms and torso and legs you built, you could have different makeups that had different abilities, and you would tailor those to sort of like match a strategy or whatever you want. So I would really wanted to like play as one of those mechs, but being able to sort of like as you running around, you know, somebody lofts off your arm and you grab another one, or you see that there's a like a rocket launcher arm or something, you drop your arms, pick that up, turn around, shoot them, or you find a jetpack. You find jetpack legs, hop into those, and then you can cut your enemy off. It would be this very sort of like fast-paced mech battle rather than like a choose your loadout beforehand and go into battle with that loadout. It will all sort of be based around finding different parts and either tailoring your strategy to parts that you find or seeking out parts or holding areas of the map where you know parts that you want will spawn. So that would be quite fun, I think. Cool, so that's it. Please remember that these ideas are just short little snippets that I came up with at some point. And again, they don't really mean much until they're implemented, but they're fun to talk about. And they're fun to express so that people can come back at you and say, oh, I like this aspect, I don't think that'll work. And, you know, generally have a discussion, because that's when the best game ideas come. It's very rare that an idea is good just off the bat, like in isolation. It's usually from all these discussions, maybe critiquing, and most importantly, from actually prototyping it. You can make a game and you think it's going to be X, and it just goes in a different direction completely, and you end up with a game that you don't recognize, from your first description, but it's actually better because you've been refining it and you've been focusing on what's fun and what isn't fun. So yeah, please feel free to leave comments. Tell me if you liked any, if you didn't, get me on Twitter, leave a like if you liked, give a share if you kind of want to start a discussion about sort of random game ideas. I think it's quite fun, and I hope you do too. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio!